top of the hour, let's begin with what Congress MP Dr. Shashi Tharoor has now to say, because he's now stirred a fresh political debate after praising Prime Minister Modi's diplomatic approach, particularly on the issue involving the Indian seafarers and the broader India-U.S. engagement. Now, Dr. Tharoor says that the Prime Minister made a strong case and handled the discussions forcefully, adding that India cannot afford to turn away from the United States of America.
When it comes to the Indian sailors, the Prime Minister rather forcefully made his point, both in the public speech and I understand privately, that you have to understand that we have sailors in various ships. It was not an Indian ship, but even in other countries' flag vessels, there are lots of Indian crew and sailors. And as long as they are civilians doing commercial shipping, they should not be treated like combatants in a war. And I think that point is something that has to be fully appreciated by all belligerents in a conflict. General principle, what Mr. Modi has said is right. That is that seafarers should be exempt from combat attacks.
Let's connect with Mohit on this. So Mohit, good morning. This goes against the very party line that Dr. Shashi Tharoor represents, because they were taking on the Prime Minister, saying that not strong enough protest has been lodged with the United States.
Well, good morning, Amita. And that has been the line of the Congress party. They have been attacking Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and they have been raising questions on the body language of Prime Minister Narendra Modi while he was sitting with Donald Trump. Now, the Congress party has been saying that the issue of Indian seafarers being attacked, they're being killed, though they were not on the Indian flag vessel, was not raised by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And they also allege that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has surrendered in front of Donald Trump. Now, the statement that has come in from senior Congress leader and Member of Parliament, Shashi Tharoor, is clearly in contrast to what the Congress line has been. He clearly says that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi made his point very clear that the safety of our seafarers is of topmost priority. We need to understand that how 3 to 4 Indian seafarers have been killed. They were not in the Indian flag vessel, but they were of the Indian origin. They were Indian nationals. And we have seen since then massive politics on this issue. Opposition parties attacking the government, that the issue is not being raised at the right forum because PM has surrendered. Specifically by the Congress party, this issue has been raised. But when Shashi Tharoor, somebody who knows diplomacy, somebody who has worked in United Nations, comes out and say that India cannot turn US away, and the statement that was being made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi was strong enough, is something that gives ammunition to the BJP to attack the Congress party. And perhaps we will see the BJP reactions coming in the day, throughout the day, attacking the Congress party, saying that a leader of the status of Shashi Tharoor is openly coming out and supporting the diplomacy, the statement, whatever is being said by Prime Minister Narendra Modi is kind of a punch on Rahul Gandhi, that
yes,
whatever Rahul Gandhi has been saying is being defined by their own
not for the first time that Dr. Tharoor has been towing the party line, especially when it comes to India's foreign policy and the stand that India has been taking on the issues that have been dominating the geopolitical crisis that currently the world has been facing. Because this is important to note that during the G7 meetings in France, Prime Minister Modi had specifically voiced safety and security of the Indian seafarers, while emphasizing that India hopes to see a rapid return of peace and stability in West Asia following the signing of the agreement between President Trump and the Iranian counterpart. Now, when we speak of the BJP side, there has been a strong reaction that has also come in, agreeing with what Dr. Shashi Tharoor has been saying.
Tharoor has busted the fake narrative of Rahul Gandhi, where he says that PM Modi and Government of India has surrendered. Mr. Tharoor has said that when Prime Minister met Donald Trump, he clearly articulated the position of India on the seafarers, on the unfortunate killing of those seafarers, and he has amply made India's position clear. This is what he has said. And therefore, this is yet another narrative buster of Rahul Gandhi. Dr. Tharoor has always been keeping India first. He has been saying that it can't be Parivar first. He says party first can't be done. It should be India first. But I hope that Rahul Gandhi, after being snubbed and exposed on his birthday, will not take any kind of disciplinary action on Shashi Tharoor.
Shashi Tharoor has exposed Rahul Gandhi. Congress leaders are openly praising Prime Minister Narendra Modi's diplomacy. Slowly and gradually, every Congress leader is understanding and realizing and speaking openly against Rahul Gandhi's anti-India politics, because every Congress leader has seen that Rahul Gandhi is anti-Indian state, and when it comes to protecting India's national interest, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is supreme. Congress leaders exposed Rahul Gandhi and have made it very clear to Rahul Gandhi that he should stop his anti-India politics, he should stop acting against the Indian state.
So keeping country above party interest, that seems to be the line that BJP seems to agreeing with what Dr. Shashi Tharoor has to say as far as on the highest levels. This issue, as far as the killing of the Indian seafarers is concerned, that has been raised between Prime Minister Modi and the President of the United States.
When it comes to the Indian sailors, the Prime Minister rather forcefully made his point, both in the public speech and I understand privately, that you have to understand that we have sailors in various ships. It was not an Indian ship, but even in other countries' flag vessels, there are lots of Indian crew and sailors. And as long as they are civilians doing commercial shipping, they should not be treated like combatants in a war. And I think that point is something that has to be fully appreciated by all belligerents in a conflict. General principle, what Mr. Modi has said is right. That is that seafarers should be exempt from combat attacks.
Now, that seems to be the question as far as praises that are now coming in the way of Prime Minister Modi is not just from Dr. Shashi Tharoor, but from President Donald Trump himself. Now, this seems to be another occasion where President Trump has praised Prime Minister Narendra Modi in an interview, calling him to be a great leader and a tough guy, where Trump says that Modi was among the two leaders that he liked the most for their power, their leverage, and the ability to get things done. As President Trump says that I think that Modi is very good. He stays out of wars, which is smart, and he's actually the biggest leader that India has ever had. Now, this is coming at a time when President Trump also praised Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the sidelines of the G7 summit, where President Trump had said that he appears to be calm and good-looking, but on the hindsight, he is a tough negotiator. And that came in from the president who met Prime Minister Narendra Modi almost after a gap of 16 months. So despite when it comes to the strain between the relationship between India and the United States, one thing that has remained consistent is that of President Trump's praises for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Well, that is something that has not altered over time. However, as far as the foreign policy back home, that has been questioned on part of the opposition. Now, previously, when the 3 Indian seafarers were unfortunately killed in those strikes in the Gulf of Oman, now, this seems to be the very angle. Let's, talk about what the opposition has to say. Manav Jaiswal is connected with us. Manav, this is a reaction that is coming in from the opposition leader, Dr. Shashi Tharoor. He's praising India's foreign policy. He's praising what the Prime Minister said and delivered the message as far as the killing of the 3 Indian seafarers is concerned, saying that the message has been strongly conveyed.
Well, as far as Shashi Tharoor is concerned, he is one of the very prominent leaders of India. And for the Congress, it is important for the Congress to take cognizance of his approach towards the killings of the Oman soldiers. I would request one thing for sure. Rahul Gandhi ji has to take strict cognizance of his own party members. And as far as Congress is concerned, Congress has been very intact, and the way the Congress under the leadership of Rahul Gandhi has achieved what not many people could have done in this particular time where every institution has been hijacked. I think future is there for Rahul Gandhi, and we have.
So we're not speaking about Rahul Gandhi in particular here, Manav. We are speaking about the questions that Rahul Gandhi and his party has been raising on the Prime Minister and India's foreign policy. And these are praises that are coming in from Rahul Gandhi's own party leaders.
See, Congress is a very big party, and someone like Shashi Tharoor coming in, commenting and praising, it is quite saddening. It is quite ununderstandable that what has conspired enough for him to praise something where people have got killed. There have been 3 bombings which has happened, and now you're coming and praising when the dollars have taken over a huge stride, where the deficit has been increasing, where the people of Indian origins are losing their job in America, and America has been insulting India on the left, right, and center. And the way Trump has literally insulted a prime minister while calling him a killer.
That's the opposite. He's not insulted the Prime Minister. He's rather praised the Prime Minister, calling him to be a tough negotiator. Yes.
Calling someone a killer is a
Yes. Killer
your
for his
tariff
looks.
is-
Manav, you need to hear the entire statement to put it in context. But thank you very much for joining us here on the broadcast. Well, that seems to be, on part of President Trump on several occasions that he has actually praised the Prime Minister and calling him to be a tough negotiator. But as far as President Trump and his praises are concerned, well, he seems to be also, let's play out exactly what had happened on the sidelines of the G7 summit, and we'll put it entirely in the same context, which the opposition may have been trying to raise to say that the complaint at the highest levels wasn't raised and the message was not strongly enough conveyed. However, it seems that Dr. Shashi Tharoor has been differing on this point of view. Here's what the Prime Minister had said.
एक्सेलेंसी, आप जानते हैं कि मैरीटाइम ट्रेड की दुनिया में भारत के लाखों सीफेरर्स आज दुनिया के अलग अलग समुद्र में अपनी सेवाएं दे रहे हैं, विश्व की प्रगति में बहुत बड़ा योगदान दे रहे हैं और मैं समझता हूं कि उनकी सुरक्षा भी उतना ही महत्वपूर्ण है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि समझौते में सीफेरर की सुरक्षा भी सुनिश्चित होगी और उसको प्राथमिकता मिलेगी।
Tragic loss of lives of Indian sailors recently, sir, in American strikes. Any words of condolences for the grieving families? Sir?
Yeah, I do. I heard about that. It's a rough profession. There's no question about it. And we work together on it. This has been happening throughout time, but we work together on it. Yeah, certainly. We love all of those people. They're great people.
Well,